Good morning. Hey, welcome to another vlog. It is actually, ooh, good afternoon more like. So, today, gonna kind of give you a little bit, a little idea of what's going on with the car. A lot has actually changed, since, I think the last video I made or whatever. I think it was like, I don't know, it's been a while, like maybe a week, couple days, I don't know. But I've been trying to get the car fixed, so I haven't been vlogging like I should probably, which I apologize for that. Forgive me. I'm gonna try to get back on, like once I'm able to get. Okay, so here's the scoop. Okay, so there's a couple things with the car that I got fixed. Took it down to Discount Tire. I want to give a shout out to my buddy and one of the best friends I think I've ever had in my life, Martin Bunning. Shout out to you. Love you, brother. You're a good man. Um, he helped me out by helping me get my car fixed. He went and took my car down to Discount Tire and paid for parts on my car. Now there was some parts that I didn't get, which he was like, "Well, how come you didn't tell me about everything?" And he's like, "I would have got that too," but um, I don't know. I guess in a way I felt guilty that he was doing that, but he's a really godly, very in touch with the world kind of person, and he did it from his heart. You know what I mean? That's a gift that God gave him, was of giving. He's a huge giver. So, ladies, he is single. Just kidding. So okay. So basically, what I want to tell you guys is what I got done. Okay, so I had a list of stuff like I wanted to do an oil change and a radiator flush and the tranny. I had to get new. Now the transmission is kind of funny because you have to pump. You have to take it to a shop that can actually pump the fluid in from underneath. It's not one of those where you just pour it into the top or whatever. You know what I mean? Transmission fluid kind of stuff. BMW is a little difficult with stuff like that. So I got these because I need to make sure that I can have my phone mounted, but I also want to be able to make sure that I can mount my other phone too. Once I get memory cards, to once I get memory cards to be able to save more stuff. I have 32 gig memory card in here, but it's almost already full, and I only got like 4 gigs, 5 gigs left, or something like that. But I also have a lot of apps saved to my memory card, so I might end up moving that stuff to my phone. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, back to the subject. I had a list of stuff that I wanted to do. First, it was change the plugs, spark plugs, the coils. So I did get the spark plugs changed. I did not get the coil packs changed, which I probably should have done. Oh no, actually they did change the coil packs. Okay, so what it was is, oh no, they didn't change the coils. So they changed the plugs and they did an oil change. Now the filter was already new. I bought a filter, an oil filter, and put the oil filter in because the oil in there was bad. I wonder if they switched that out. I don't know. I guess I'll look into it and check. The things that I want to do now. Okay, so the radiator overflow tank is basically on a BMW. It's called the expansion tank. Okay, so it's similar to an overflow that I don't know if you can see, but this looks really funny. The guy on the right, I know him. Okay, I don't know what they're doing though. Whatever. Anyways, what I want to do is there's the hose that's connected to it. Okay, so the tank's not bad, I guess. Most likely, I should. Well, it's probably a good idea to change the whole thing. You know what I mean? Because that's probably the best bet. That's probably the better idea because that I'll get all new products instead of having just, you know what I mean, having those little minimal pieces here and there. I do still have to put these back on. I'm gonna wrap them in the carbon fiber wrap that's like that. I also want to wrap the mirrors, the door handles, the rear tail lip thing. It's where the license plate cover is at, and then probably a couple other things that I want to take care of. Well, the most important things right now is the overflow thing and the fuel. Okay, so I'm not sure if it's the fuel pump, the fuel system. Okay, so I'm not sure if it's fuel filter or fuel pump. Now the fuel filter, not that easy to change. It's underneath the car. And it should be like right here somewhere in this area. And then the fuel pump is in here. Okay, so it should be in here somewhere right underneath the seat. There's you can see where it's at. It's like right underneath the seat right here. Okay, so I gotta do those are like the most important because I think that's what's making the car bog. I talked to a buddy of mine who is actually the one who fixed my car, Sam Fernandez. I'm sorry. And he was telling me, that's probably the case and that I should change that soon. Okay? So I cleaned the interior as much as I could. I mean, there's so much that I've done to this car. Like, I mean, it was a wreck. It's basically right now it's the fuel filter or the fuel lines or fuel pump or something like that. It's bogging. And it's bogging pretty hard to the point where what the heck? I don't know how this came off. But give me just 1 second. Trying to put my my key back on my belt loop. And I was gonna do this. Okay, so with a few minutes of your time. Okay, so I had a couple of I don't know, I forgot what I was gonna say. I had a couple of important things that I wanted to do with the car. Right now the paint's fine. I'm good with the paint. There's a couple other things that I want to take care of. Like I said, the important things are the fuel stuff, and then also the water pump. Okay. Now, with that water tank, it's just a tank. The tank's like $20 on Amazon. I can switch that out. The hose, I think it's another $20. That's on Amazon. I can switch that out as well. Now the fuel pump, and the fuel filter. These parts are easily accessible online on Amazon, eBay. If you cannot find these items, like I'm just basically letting you guys, if you can't find this, like if you're looking for, BMW expansion tank, specify it. Say, hey, it's a 325i, because there's two different 325i's. There's two different years. Okay, so there's the 1999 to 2004, I believe, or '05, and then there's the ones right before '99. Okay, so there's also some after, I believe. So maybe there's more than two. I probably need to do a little bit more research before I start putting out facts. A couple facts are, this car will run forever if you take care of it correctly. It's like a Honda. And I don't mean to compare a German vehicle to a Japanese vehicle. What I'm saying is Hondas will last 400,000 miles, easy. I had a CRX that had 327,000 miles on it when I sold it. Original motor, original transmission. This car has 187,000 miles, and it will probably go 300,000 miles as long as I take care of it. Now, the previous owners did not take care of this. Not my buddy, the one I bought the car from, but the people that he had the car from. So, just showing you a little bit of what the paint's been done. Cleaned the rims, I cleaned the car, cleaned this whole back end. This right here was a pretty cool purchase. I want to continue to probably purchase a few more things like that. That's AT&T. Did take care of the rest of the car. Got the hood. I cleaned the headlights as much as I could. I think I'm just gonna wait it out, and maybe buy a new. You know what I mean? Buy new headlights later down the line. I can't afford that right now, and that's not an important necessity. But to kind of show you guys a little bit of, okay, so this looks bad, but it's not as bad as you think. It's just, I connected this to make sure that it stays on. Now this hose, I tried to, I could probably tape it up a little bit better than the job that I did recently. I don't know, maybe I should. I need to find, as just a temporary fix, I need to find a, what is it called? Like, not a plumber's tape. I guess maybe a plumber's tape? I'm going to continue to try to fix this. But all in all, the engine's not as bad as it was. I mean, there was like, this thing was bad. There was like a black pad. There was a black pad up here, okay? And on that black pad, it was covered, soaked in oil. Like really, really, really bad. Now, you can still see there's remnants, you know what I mean, of oil and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But like, I haven't done a detail on this car. I haven't really, truthfully, haven't got it washed yet. I mean, like a real car wash, you know? I do want to degrease everything first, so I think I might have somebody come and do it later on down the line. I can't afford that right now. But what I want to take care of is, there's a few things. Okay, so this is your expansion tank for an 03 325i. Okay, so this tube, this hose right here, this is what's bad. So this, squeezing this is, there's like a little hole, and I mean, it's like so small, right? But it's small enough to make a problem, okay? So being that small, it doesn't matter. It's small enough to make a problem. What it is it's draining all the water and fluid all over the rest of the car. Now, I've sealed it up pretty tight, but I want to make it better, because I don't want any leaks whatsoever. I don't want the car to overheat, you know what I mean? I want to be able to use my air conditioning and stuff like that and whatnot without having an issue. And I got to get another filter setup. I got to get the whole cold air intake. But aside from that, I got to do the fuel pump, which is under there. And so it's under the car. So I have to go under the car in order to get it. Now, I can do that. I can fix the car. I can work on the car on my own. I don't want to have to, but I can. Oh, sorry guys, hold on. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to take it out of tripod mode because it's kind of annoying the heck out of me. Alrighty, there we go. Alright, cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is kind of give you guys a little rundown of... Okay, so today I did a couple different things. I had to go with Marty, took him down to the bank. He wanted to get some stock stuff taken care of, so we went down to the bank today. Took care of that, went and saw a couple of our friends, you know what I mean, this lady Erica, who's a server over at the spa that we go to, and then another friend of Marty's. Gotta love that guy, man, he's such a great guy. But I don't know if you've noticed, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a few things, okay? You see that gap right there? It's not the same gap over here. You see what I'm talking about? You see where I'm pointing at? See the gap? Okay. Now, see the gap here? Right? And then you see the gap here. What the hell is up with that? Crazy. I don't know. Whatever. Alright guys, I'm gonna need you to stay tuned because later I'm going to post a video that is way different than any other video I've posted. And no, it doesn't have supercars in it. No, it doesn't have BMWs in it. No, it does not talk about vehicles. It's me being me, doing what I have in here, what I'm good at in here. Still got to get the car wiped down. I'm wrapping these, okay? Wrapping the door handles, wrapping this right here, this piece, and oh, one more thing, probably the gas can, okay? These things are I'm gonna try to do as quickly or as soon as I can. Kind of take care of this stuff, get it out of the way. I already have the stuff to do that. I just gotta get out here and do it. I'm hoping. Oh, that is positive. See that? That is no drippage. So the car has been fixed enough to where it stops dripping. Now this stuff is like oil from my car, but it was before I put the cardboard down. So pick up some of the scraps that some of the scrap pieces that I left out here. Oh man, I want to thank you guys for the very few of you that are actually subscribed to my channel. I want to thank you. You didn't have to, and you did anyways, and I love you guys for that. You know what I mean? My thing is I'm trying to find a niche, I guess you could say. So this next video is probably going to be a little bit different. It's going to be surprising. It's definitely going to be a huge change, and I'm hoping that you guys like it. I mean, and if you don't, it's okay. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm doing me, and I'm comfortable with it, and I like it, and I'm going to continue to do the project build because I've already had somebody, oh, hey, you want to trade the car, I have a 2006, like there was a guy that had a 2006, wanted to trade me for this, and the only thing that he had wrong with it was the fact that he needed to get his ECU flashed, right? And then there was another guy who was selling a 2006, he was like, I'll trade you, his was 1700 he was selling it for. He said, I will go ahead and buy the gasket, and he's like, I'll put it with the car, and then you can just purchase the car, or we'll just do the trade. And I was like, man, I spent everything I had on the car, and some, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I like the way baby looks down there, you know what I mean? Obviously, there's goals. Hood, fender, front bumper, side skirts. There's goals. Goals, baby. Goals all day long. Goals. Gotta have goals in life. Because without goals, dreams are just dreams. Love you guys. Y'all have a good afternoon.